Well, it's just another cold, dreary, cloudy day here in Illinois. So what do you do if you want to get better at soccer and you live in Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, all these states where the weather just doesn't cooperate and give you the amount of training days that you are going to have to compete with the kids in Texas, Florida, Arizona, California, kids that are playing year round? Well, obviously you have to do a little indoor training, right? If you're not doing indoor development training, you're just going to fall behind. That's just a simple truth. Now, the second thing you can do, though, is you can take advantage of these days indoors and getting your soccer IQ going. You need to be watching your old game video. You need to be looking at game situations and seeing what you were doing really well last season, seeing what you need to improve upon for the upcoming season, and then making sure that you're taking these days, training indoors, watching the videos. I gotta watch my step here because it's pretty muddy. Anyhow, you've got to watch those videos. You've got to get smarter. You've got to be thinking about how you can do things in a more efficient way. You know, one of the things we were doing at our indoor development session today was we're just shooting faster based on how we turn around the corner, how we come around the cone, how we come around a player, how we make that turn and then fire the shot off. And just by making simple changes, you can get your shot off quicker. You can get, a second here, 2 seconds there. And basically you can make the difference between the defender coming in and making the save and the defender being, a step or 2 steps too slow. Well, it's the same thing you can do with video. You can take this opportunity to get smarter, to get faster, to be in better position so that when you're out on the field in the next game, you're taking advantage of the knowledge that you've picked up by watching your game videos, and you go out there and do a better job next time. So how do you do that? Well, first of all, you have to have game video. That's the common sense point right there. Now, anyone can take that game video. It can be a parent, it can be a coach, it can be your parents, it can be someone else's parents. And when you load that video up into Soccer Pro, everybody gets to use it. I mean, that's one of the really unique things about Soccer Pro is that everybody gets to use a single video. Everybody gets to create highlight videos from it. Everybody gets to use it for coaching videos. Oh my God, there's a mess here. And it never affects the source video. So, okay, first of all, you got to have a source video. Someone has had to have taken video of your game. Next, you just upload it into Soccer Pro and you can run it through the editor online and you can mark it up. Now, you can do this as a player, as an exercise to see if you can identify where you can be smarter, or maybe you as a parent, you can do it. Or you can also send it away to a coach at Soccer Pro and we'll break it down for you. We'll take your game, we'll analyze it for you. If you want us to analyze something that's specific just to you, we can do that. So in other words, if you're a coach, you can send us the game and we'll do the full breakdown of it. If you're just a single player or a parent of a player, we can do the breakdown just for your player and we can tell you where they have opportunities to improve. So there's really a couple ways you can do this. Now, if you are a parent that knows sports, you don't have to be an expert at soccer. You just have to have basic sports sense, because most of the things that you can do to improve in a soccer game are not going to be fancy footwork. It's not going to be, hey, how do you get a better turn, or your Cruyff turn wasn't very good, or whatever. I mean, it's not going to be that fancy stuff. Most of the time, when you're looking at ways that you can improve in a soccer game, it's going to be just out of position. It's going to be where you're on the wrong side of the opponent when you're playing defense. You're on the wrong side of the opponent when you're playing offense and you're trying to get the ball. But that defender is between you and the ball. You just haven't moved into position. You're going to find that a lot of times you're playing into pressure. And all you have to do is turn the opposite way. So instead of playing, let's say, to the left, you have to play to the right. And you'll start to recognize that as the ball is played, let's say 6 times on average, if the ball is played 5-6 passes on one side, the defense is going to migrate over that way. Well, that means you got to play it the other way, okay? So these are the things that you can start to identify when you're watching the video, and you can help as a parent. You don't have to have, let's say, a massive soccer background in order to help your child. You can do it on your own. If you have any basic sports sense, you already understand these concepts. It's the same whether you're playing soccer or basketball, water polo, hockey, you name a sport. Most of the concepts will transfer from one sport to another. Now, obviously, there's rule changes and this and that, but when it comes to body position, when it comes to being in position in relation to the opponent, when it comes to playing into pressure versus playing away from pressure, those things aren't complicated. Now, maybe a 10-year-old won't find it. Maybe an 11-year-old won't find it. But you as an adult, you as a sports person, you can certainly spot it. It's just not that hard. So again, all you have to do is either get a hold of a video that you have, get a hold of a video that someone else has, have them upload it into Soccer Pro. With one click, they can share that entire video with you. You can make highlights out of it. You can do coaching videos. You can help your son, your daughter become a better soccer player if your coaches aren't doing it for you. And a lot of them aren't. That's the problem. A lot of these soccer coaches simply are not taking the time to shoot the video or have a parent shoot it. I mean, a coach can't sit there and shoot video, but he can have a parent take it. That parent can then upload it, but they're just not doing that. So what do? I mean, you've got this 3-part development system, right? You've got the strategy out on the field. You've got the soccer IQ. You've got to become smarter. And of course, you have the technical skills development. If you are not developing all 3 parts of a player, you're just not going to have a complete player. I say this all the time. There's 3 parts of the development. You can't skip one. I mean, you just can't. It's like a swimmer skipping, kicking, and they're all using their arms. It's all the same concept. You have to have all 3 parts of the development in order to create a smart, most effective player you can. So either you do it, you can have your child do it, but I don't recommend that really. That's a separate type of exercise. Trouble is, most kids won't recognize where they're screwing up, where they have massive opportunity for simple improvements. But anyhow, either you do it if your coach isn't doing it. Hopefully your coach is doing it, but probably not. Or you can send it to us and we'll do it for you. All right, so these days are not very pleasant. It's cold, snowy, wet. Everyone's trapped inside. I haven't seen the sun for, I don't know how many days or weeks. I can't remember the last time I saw the sun. But you can still take advantage of these days to become a better soccer player. You can help your kids right now, today. Like I said, either you do it, we'll do it for you. Hopefully your coach is doing it, but what are you going to do if they're not? Well, you better do something. You can't just wait and sit back and hope your kids will get the training and development they need, because they won't. If you don't do it, if you don't take some action, it's just never going to happen if your coach isn't doing it already. So this is Gary with Soccer Pro, helping you win more games with smarter players and better development.